Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the third and final AM2R run of this marathon. This time we got EODtex doing the blindfolded any percent. And like I have been for every other AM2R run in this marathon, I'm really excited for this. Blindfolded gameplay is always really, really awesome, no matter who's doing it. So I think Tex is just finalizing his mental preparation here. He's steeling himself for the challenges that lie ahead that he won't be able to see. So I think any minute now we'll be getting off to a start. So before we get this going, I'm going to give you a brief overview of what's going on here. Basically, Tex is going to beat the entire game without being able to see it. So to do that, he's going to make use of kind of a lot of staples of blindfolded gameplay. He's going to try to do normalized movement setups. There he goes. So you're going to see him do a few things like jump out of a crouch, line himself up with walls. I think there's a few spots where he'll like shoot beams at walls to kind of gauge his distance. And the thing to note about this game is the movement setups aren't totally normalized. They just work most of the time. But hopefully we don't see any unfortunate incidences, but to guard against that, Tex is going to be taking a lot of safety items that you ordinarily wouldn't see people pick up in a speed run. The biggest one is probably a bunch of extra energy tanks and Varia's suit. So you can see he's kind of being a little cautious with how he's moving through here. That's because he's trying to gauge where he is. You know, he doesn't want to jump the gun, so to speak. So yeah, if he does that and he loses track of where he is, then things go from bad to worse very, very fast. So we're coming up on the very first Metroid fight here, and I'm actually I'm kind of interested to see how he handles this. Ooh, sitting right in the corner. Okay, good strategy. You kind of saw there the general idea of it mostly works, just taking the lava damage. That makes a lot of sense. Lava's not terribly deadly in this game. The Metroid, it moves in a sort of random fashion. So you saw that it bounced kind of out of the way of his missiles. He shot his missiles in a very specific timing that would kind of go around the Metroid's iframes, but they bounced out of the way. So he missed a couple there, but he dispatched it with no trouble. So now we're pretty much that was just kind of like the introduction to the game, so to speak. I think he was trying to get a ledge grab there, so I think he might have gotten himself a little bit lost. There we go. That's more what he was going for. So I believe we'll also be seeing him take a lot more saves than you would ordinarily see, and that's going to be really, really helpful in case he does get totally lost. Yeah, see, there's the first save. Because this game lets you just resume from the last save point very easily. So I'm not sure what he was doing there, jumping into the enemy, but yeah, it looks like he's slightly off rhythm there. Yep, tiny little bit. Ooh, he accounted for that. Way to go, Tex. He was. Uh-oh. Yeah, there we go. He's making use of that safety save already. Getting out of that lava is not terribly difficult, but getting out of that lava when you can't actually see where you are and have no real sense for your position, very different matter. This looks quite a bit smoother overall. Let's go through this room. Yeah, much better. So let's take 2 on this lava room here. Let's hope this goes a little bit better than it did last time. Okay. Good. No. Nope. Looks like nope. Okay. Not quite what he was looking for there either, so 3rd time's the charm, as they say. Taking a little bit more damage. You got the health, no problem. I think what's happening is that he's landing too far forward compared to where he's used to, so he's overshooting the platform. Yep. There we go. This looks more like what he's. This looks more like what he'd be trying to do. Shooting the enemy off screen there, very nice. There we go. Way to go, Tex. This should be quite a bit easier to deal with. And you can see right there, he made use of. Excuse me. He made use of the 2-button aiming scheme. Tex originally was a Super Metroid guy, so he's got the 2-button aiming controls configured, which that lets him shoot straight up out of a crouch, which you can't do if you're using the 1-button aiming like the GBA games. And Tex definitely takes full advantage of that. And I don't think there's a sound on these door transitions. It's never something that I've paid attention to. Ooh. Okay, good recovery. I think he knows where he is right now. Yeah, good job, Tex. I wasn't sure if getting that damage there would throw him off, but looks like he knows how to recover from that. And he seems to be moving along just fine here. And here's our second save. Hey, he doesn't need it. I was not certain if he would take that one or not, but okay. Okay. Good. And there we are. Here is our first upgrade, the bombs. Oh, he's collecting this missile tank. Very good. It's a good missile tank to collect. Something to keep in mind real quick is that at the end of the game, the Queen Metroid's health actually scales based on how many missile tanks you've picked up. Super missiles and power bombs don't affect it, just missiles. So Tex is going to pick up a few. He's going to pick up a few missile tanks early. That's going to help him deal with stuff early on, but later on he's going to switch to picking up mostly super missile tanks. I don't think that went quite the way. Tex. Okay, there we go. There we go. But yeah, super missiles are also a lot more powerful, so they'll be much more useful in dealing with the Metroids than regular missiles are. So it works out kind of nicely. There's the charge beam. The main use of charge beam is collecting drops. I totally lost this sentence. Charge beam attracts drops like it does in Metroid Prime. There we are. I don't know why that was such a challenge for me to say, but I think he's lost a little bit right now. There we go. Okay, I think he's... Okay, here we go. I think he's figured it out. He knows where he is. I don't know that he planned on that one, but he kind of showed off that if you're ledge climbing like that, you're totally invincible from any damage. You take no damage, you don't get knocked back, nothing. It's not something that you see very often, but it's kind of a neat little piece of tech. Spider Ball. Going to be fairly useful for navigating a few spots where it would be... Actually, like right here is a great example. You can bomb jump. You can bomb jump up to this next Metroid, but it's a little challenging, so I expect that we'll see Tex make use of the Spider Ball and taking that safety save. It's a good strategy. Yeah, he's not even going to bother trying to bomb jump. He's just going to Spider Ball. Totally reasonable decision. Blindfolded is not about maximum speed. It's about consistency and reliability, and it's hard to get more consistent and reliable than just spider balling up a wall. This is an interesting setup. I wouldn't have expected him to sit here in the spikes, but I guess it does kind of restrict the Metroid's movement a bit more, so it does make sense. Metroids are definitely like one of the most unpredictable parts of this game, so whatever you can do to kind of reduce the variation there is going to be a huge help. Waiting for that, and he's going. I'm curious if he's going to pick up this E-Tank, actually. No. Yes! That's a pretty cool setup. I wasn't certain that he'd be going for that, but he does indeed appear to have a setup for doing that without being able to see it. That's pretty neat. I'm a fan. Way to go, Tex. So, now he's done with the main part of this first area, the Golden Temple, as it's called. Named for its temple-ish shape and its golden color. Now he's gonna pretty much be heading straight down to fight Metroids at this point. Okay, there we go. He should take this save as well. Yeah. Being very, very generous with his save room usage, which makes a lot of sense. So that's interesting. I kind of expected him to try to come up with a setup for taking that top shortcut, but I can't really blame him. That wall jump is weirdly difficult. So here we are. This is the first breeding grounds, and breeding grounds appear throughout. I think the first three areas all have breeding grounds, and they've got this kind of overgrown aesthetic, and there's not really much else here except for a bunch of Metroids. I think we'll see him do the same thing, set up in the corner. Yep. Sort of. Oh, no, I don't think he knows quite where he is. Okay, there we go. He's taking a lot of damage here. Ooh. The Metroid's not very cooperative. Yeah, he's going to make use of the charge beam there to collect those drops without needing to jump for them, and that's going to be a big help. He's using a bomb to set himself into a certain position. And crouch jumps to... the idea of a crouch jump is that it, as much as is possible, it normalizes the momentum you have out of your jump, so the position that you land in is as consistent as it can be. So this Metroid is actually, I think this is going to be somewhat easier blindfolded, because it's the first Metroid that attempts to dodge your attacks, and that dodge actually makes it somewhat more predictable and controllable. So Tex is going right into the corner here, and yeah. Ooh, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, he noticed it, so he's going to a backup strategy here. But you can see how it's a little bit more consistent when you have some degree of control over the Metroid's movement. So at this point, not all the Metroids are going to start dodging your attacks, but from here on out, we're going to be seeing it a little bit more and more as the game progresses. And he's just got the one Metroid left up here, and then he'll be done. And I was in the wrong spot. I thought he cleared out this one first, but not the one above it. Okay, I was wondering what he was doing in here, but fortunately, I am the one who is dumb and not Tex. Tex knows what he's doing. So now he's totally done with this area, and he'll be heading on out. Fight our first mini boss of the run, Ancient Guardian. Ooh, that's a good bomb jump. I like that bomb jump. All right, so he fortunately doesn't really need to do too much here. And actually, this is really cool because not only is most of the time I think people will use the visual color of this guy to judge what attack he's doing, but the attacks all actually have their own slightly different sounds. Again, making use of Charge Beam to collect the drops there, and otherwise Tex gets through that with absolutely no trouble. So now we're moving on right to Area 2. Area 2, of course, being the second area of the game. So something worth mentioning, like original Metroid 2, you move faster rolling than you do running. But the unfortunate bit is that Morph Ball movement isn't quite as precise. So you're not going to see as much rolling as you would in a regular run. Largely, part of that is also because of the movement setups that Tex is using. So surprise Metroid here. I'm not certain if Tex is going to hit him on the way in or the way out. Looks like he's setting up for the way in. Yep, making use of that ability to shoot straight upward out of a crouch. And yeah, he's gonna just go through here rather than... Normally we'd be going up over the top here, but Tex is deciding against that. Tex is also not going to be picking up Spring Ball. He told me about that, and I've completely forgotten why that is. I think he died too often trying to get it. So there will be no Spring Ball in this run. Oop, resetting the room. Now, I would expect he'd just fight this Metroid on the way out rather than the way in. Yeah. Oh, no, never mind. That's a really creative setup. I'm actually blown away by how good that setup is. That is incredible. I thought he would do something very similar to what we would normally do, which is basically just walk the Metroid to the left as we exit the room. I don't know that Tex knows where he is right now. Okay, now he totally does. Okay, good. I guess spam bombs and hold left is good enough of a strategy to get you through that even when you can't see it. The wave beam. The wave beam is a useful item on balance, even though the hitbox is sometimes a little bit frustrating. It's generally pretty good, but I think he realizes that he messed up there. It looks like he's not in the position that he wants to be in, but he got where he wanted to be, and that's what matters. So picking up high jump, a very, very useful item, and also gonna be sneaking back here to pick up the E-tank. Wow, nice. I don't know if he planned on doing the bomb jump over the enemy there, but that's pretty cool. Ooh, excellent use of Spider Ball to normalize the bomb jumps. I'm curious how he handles this room. And it turns out the answer to that question is very, very easily. Way to be, Tex. And I've seen this run before, and I'm still blown away by how clever some of this stuff is. Oh, he's probably gonna... Yep. Okay. Yeah, was he... Okay. I don't know that that's what he... I thought he was planning on damage boosting to line himself up, but it doesn't seem that that's quite how it worked out. But he's through, and that's what's important here. So... There's one Metroid off to his left here, I think. No, he's taking the save, I see. Okay, I was gonna say I would be genuinely surprised if he picked up Spring Ball, because I thought I asked him like just before this and he said he didn't pick it up. But okay, he's just saving, and that makes a lot of sense. Saving is... oh, he's turning off high jump. Okay. For that one jump. Wow, that is incredible. Uh-oh, okay. Okay, he realized he wasn't spinning there like he was expecting to. Good job. Man. This is like the worst Metroid in the game. He's so uncooperative. And that's probably why Tex saved. Okay, that was pretty good. Yeah, that went really well. And that Metroid is so uncooperative that to me, it absolutely makes sense to save just in case he decides to just be awful. Okay, so this is where we're going to see Tex pick up Varia as a safety strat. Normally, you wouldn't see it in a run. It's really slow. It doesn't do a whole lot for you. But in Blindfolded, when it cuts the damage you receive in half, big benefit. There's also a Metroid down here, so we got to come down here anyway, but... yeah, this one dodges, so you can see Tex abused that to get him into the corner and make it nice and easy to dispose of him. On the upside, we now get the super cool Varia sprite. I kind of expected Tex to just bomb from the right hand side, but And check out those shoulder pads. Just so awesome. I'm always a little bit sad that we never get to see Varia much, because I really, really like it. It's unfortunate that it didn't keep the original Metroid 2 property of actually making your run speed match your rolling speed. So, but alas, we'll have to content ourselves by, instead of looking at Samus and being like, hey, that looks pretty cool, we'll be able to say, wow, that looks awesome. I think he may have gotten himself lost. Oh, nope, there he goes. He's figured it out. Yeah, that's kind of the big thing that we're going to keep coming back to a lot, is that a lot of this stuff looks completely normalized, but it's not totally normalized because of how the game works. I don't have a better explanation than that. But there's a certain amount of like imprecision, rounding error, I don't know, something that just makes movement in this game weirdly inconsistent at spots. Probably the most obvious one is when you're falling right past a Morph Ball tunnel. In Morph Ball, you may not always roll into the tunnel. It's very strange. I don't fully understand it at all. In fact, I wouldn't even go so far as to say I partially understand it. So, unfortunately, Tech's kind of abusing the damage, the dodge, not the damage. Making use of the charge beam again. He's actually picked up almost all of the missile tanks that he's going to collect for this whole run at this point. And here's our first Gamma Metroid. Gamma Metroids, with the exception of like one, maybe two, they all will attempt to dodge your shots, which goes a long way towards making them consistent. But as we can see here, it's still not maybe super consistent. Again, picking up the ammo. And I think we'll see him pick up, yeah, he's picking up the tank here. Good idea. And this is another Metroid that's going to attempt to dodge his shots. So, unfortunately, this one's in a pretty wide open area, but... yeah, I think Tex wanted him to be against the wall rather than all the way out there. Ooh, this guy is not behaving. Not behaving at all. I don't think Tex is where he thinks he is. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's I think more what he's looking for, but naturally the Metroid said, this is not what I want. One more? There we go. Okay. Way to go, Tex. And there's just one more Metroid left, and I wonder if he's gonna detour back up to the save. Nope, he's not. He doesn't need to save. This Metroid doesn't dodge, which... okay, there we go. In some ways that helps, in some ways it doesn't, but this guy has a really good setup, so it's not a big deal here. Yep. Now we're done with Area 2, and we're on to Area 3. Well, after we take the save and such. Ooh, very, very slick movement. I love that movement. Even like when you can look at the game, that's slick movement. More of those bomb jumps to normalize his position. And yeah, no, he already dispatched this Metroid, so we're just moving straight to Area 3. Area 3 is going to be a really interesting area because Area 3 is where we pick up Speed Booster. Speed Booster, of course, being like the defining feature of this game. It is so versatile and so powerful. But I'm actually not certain off the top of my head how much of a Speed Booster Tex is going to be doing Blindfolded. Gut feeling tells me not a ton, but it is necessary in a few spots, so. I don't want to fall in this lava. Nah, no problem. Another save here. He's probably going to take advantage of that. Yeah. So. So the first thing you're going to be noticing here, normally we'd be picking up Space Jump in this area, but because Tex basically made the decision that fighting Chorizo blindfolded is entirely too stupid, he's made the decision to skip fighting Chorizo entirely, so he's going to I think just bomb jump his way past all this. Yep, there he goes. All right. So he is going to take this save here. Okay, he doesn't know where it is. Good. And this is an intense area. Even with Varia, stuff deals a decent amount of damage. Okay. Good setup. This is actually pretty much the setup that's used in a regular run. Good job. Good job, Tex. So, I think I started a thought earlier and I've since forgotten about it, but it must not have been that important. Now we're picking up Speed Booster. And that's going to make this a whole lot more interesting. I'm going to start using this pretty immediately. Okay, all right. Ordinarily, he'd space jump here, but given that he doesn't have space jump, he's sparking up and using a few quote-unquote normalized movement cues. And here we're gonna... okay. I don't think that was quite what he meant. Ooh, whoops. Yeah, I think he got a little bit lost there, but there we are. This is also one of the most uncooperative Metroids in the game, so Tex, I think, is going to be doing something very conservative here. Yeah, this is a very reasonable thing to do in this circumstance. He's also going to be picking up yet another E-Tank. Again, E-Tanks just mad helpful for safety, especially in a blindfolded run. Because a lot of this is just tanking. Let's see, I'm expecting, yeah, you're just gonna spider ball across this. All right, so let's see here. I'm curious. I mentioned earlier that sometimes, okay, no, Tex isn't even gonna bother. He's just gonna power grip. Fine. So never mind. Forget that I said anything. You think, yeah, he's taking the save. That makes a lot of sense. This area is one of the deadlier areas in the game under normal circumstances. Ooh, he's not even going for a spark here. That makes sense. A spark would definitely simplify this in some ways, but it's probably a lot harder to line it up. And he does need the spark here. Well, okay. He doesn't need it, I suppose. Ah, that's good. That's good. Way to be, Tex. That was absolutely excellent. And this is actually kind of easy in quotes to normalize. You have very good audio cues for the presses, I guess you'd call them. I'm not sure what else to say. Plus, you can just hold down the jump button, and you'll always get the same height out of this guy. So. Good job so far. I think he's going to play it a bit safe here. He can't jump. He can't do full high jumps, but yeah, he's in the clear. Oh no! Okay, yes. Okay, I thought he might have totally missed with that super missile going off to the right, but he got it. I wonder if that's going to throw him off at all. I'm not expecting so, but yeah, okay. So now Tex is picking up super missiles, and super missiles are hugely important. They deal 5 times the damage of a regular missile, so they allow you to get rid of Metroids much quicker. I'm thinking he meant to spark there, but didn't quite work out that way. Probably another spark setup here. Ah, the speed ball. Ah, very nice. I'm curious what he plans here. Okay, he's doing this setup. Very good. Very good, Tex. I'm impressed. This game of Metroid is fortunately one of the very few that doesn't dodge your attacks, so it's very easy to just sit in one spot and shoot missiles at him until he dies, provided you can keep a bit of a rhythm. And dipping into the lava here, not accidental. This is totally intentional. A, he doesn't have space jump, so it's going to be really difficult for him to go across the top. And B, the lava is actually a lot less damaging than all the enemies up top. So, kind of 2 for 1 there. Ooh, good damage boost strat. I'm surprised he didn't get a speed boost there. Oh, ooh, that's good. That's good. I'm impressed by so much of this, even though I've seen this run before, and I'm still finding this really impressive. Maybe it's just that there's so many really awesome things that I just can't keep track of all of them. Ooh. Is that where he meant to go? I don't know that he did. He's getting banged up in here pretty good. I wonder if he's... Ah, no, there he goes. He's out. Is he gonna dip down to the save? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. All right, that's a smart decision. I can't blame him for that. So now we're done with the depths of the industrial complex. Let's see. How is he? Uh-oh. Was that where he wanted to be? I think he might be lost here. I don't know that he knows where he is. Bombs behave really weirdly in tunnels. Oh, nope, there he goes. I think he's recovered it. Nope. Never mind. Okay, now there we go. Now he's recovered it. Okay. Way to be, Tex. I kind of thought we might see a revert to the save station there, but it doesn't seem like it. No. Okay. Nice jump. Nice speedball. Is he gonna get the spark? Oh, he's getting the spark. Oh no, not that spark. He's sparking here. Very, very good. Ooh. What I really wonder is if he can get this speedball. If he gets this speedball, I will be so impressed. Nope. Okay, he's doing this. That's totally reasonable. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit less cool, but it's significantly more reasonable. Ooh, I wonder if he'll do it here, though. No, he probably won't. He'll probably do something similar. Yeah. Expected. Reasonable. But I'm not gonna lie. I would probably have fallen backwards out of my chair in awe if he had gotten the speedball strat there. But Spazer is a pretty big thing, actually. It helps a lot with clearing stuff out. So, taking the save there. Is he going to get the missile tank? No, it doesn't look like it. He might pick up one more. I'm actually not certain if he gets 45 or 50. I think regular any percent gets 45. Another safety E-tank here. I don't know that he knew quite what to make of that ledge grab. But okay, he's doing pretty alright. I imagine he's not going to try the fancy... Yeah, okay. In an ideal world, you can keep the speed boost while killing that Metroid. I would have been incredibly impressed if he had done that. But sadly not the case. Let's see here. Oh, that's right. No, he doesn't have space jump. He can't space boost across all of this. Okay. That's reasonable. Took me a minute to figure out what he was doing there, but he's done with kind of this part of Area 3 now, so he's going to be making his way towards Breeding Grounds 3, and Breeding Grounds 3 is a really difficult thing to do well in the regular speedrun because the ammo management is so tight, but Tex has a different ammo count than you would in ordinary circumstances, I think. No, he's got the same. Okay, so he's picked up 50 missiles, and I don't believe he'll be picking up any more missiles. He will be, I believe he gets 10 super missiles total. That Gamma doesn't dodge either, which actually for Gammas, not dodging is actually really beneficial. For Alphas, dodging and not dodging, they both have their advantages, and Tex kind of exploits that to come up with his setup. Bomb jump to set that up. This whole floor is a bomb chain, so he wants to be sure he's in the correct position before setting that off. Ooh, well done. Way to go. Let's see here. job. So ordinarily, something really neat about this area is that it's really dark, so you have a much more difficult time seeing. Tex decided that was absolutely not enough, and in that sense, this is not actually any different from the rest of the run. But let's see here, making his way through this. Ooh, okay, you kind of saw the really strange hitbox of Wave Beam there. That's a bit of a risk that he runs, where it looks like it absolutely should have hit that middle little plant thingy. I don't know what to call it, but it didn't. And I can't think of too many situations. Wow, way to go, trapping that Gamma between the wall and that little ledge. Absolutely excellent. Okay, there we go. He knows where he is. I think he's going to make use of this shortcut. Yeah, he'd be silly not to. And I'm curious. I am actually not certain if he's... No, of course he's going to pick up this super missile. He goes up to 10. Yeah, I can't think of any others that make sense for him to get. Does he know where he is? Yes, okay, there we go. I saw him jumping against the ceiling there, and I wasn't actually certain. But, okay. So, he's setting up to pick up this super missile tank here. This super missile tank was one of the hardest ones for me to figure out playing casually. And there we go, he's got it. Absolutely no problem. So at this point, Tex has exactly enough super missiles to deal with everything else left in this area. I think he's probably going to be... Oh, that's clever. That's clever. I like that. I lost my train of thought again, but that's okay. I think Tex... no, I remember it now. I think Tex is going to be a little more... generous about picking up drops if he needs them, rather than that's something you really want to avoid doing in the regular run. He's saving this Gamma for later, and you'll see why. I mean, obviously it's because it makes it easier, but specifically why it's easier, you'll see later. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, he's switching to regular missiles, okay. He really wants the super missiles for the Gamma Metroids rather than the Alpha. So, good heads-up gameplay there. Okay, I don't... okay, I see. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Okay, try it again. Really? Okay, this is tense. Oh, way too early. Okay. I think that's a little more... Okay, yes, that's what he's looking for. One more missile, come on, Tex. Okay. There we go. Whew. Okay, so something to note, Metroids don't drop super missiles. So... he's going to have to deal with this Gamma entirely with missiles, and I am not totally certain. Okay, no, he's farming. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Oh, you jumped right over the drop. Okay, now there we go. Oh, oops. Ignore me kicking my chair. Okay, there we go. Now he's got 2 super missiles. I'm not certain that he knows that, because... collecting a super missile drop and collecting a missile drop sound exactly the same. So I'm not actually certain. Or do they sound the same? I think they sound the same. Now I'm second guessing myself. But no matter. He's through it, and it got a little hairy. I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous at a few spots there, but he got through it no problem. I need to have more faith. Okay, taking the save, very smart decision. Now we're going to be, before we head over to Area 4, we're done with Area 3 now. There's a couple of intermediate areas here that he's got to navigate. Bomb jumping, yep. So the first one's, what is it called? It's like the Galactic Federation. It's like, I forget what it is. It's something that's like mentioned in the Metroid 2 manual that was decided to expand on it a little bit and actually put it in the game here. The research team, that's what it's called. I don't know why that took me so long to think of, but no matter. He's going to the research team ship here, where he'll find a pair of Alpha Metroids to deal with. And he's again making use of the fact that lava is not so much damaging as it is just kind of slightly ticklish. Tickling, not ticklish. I don't know if you touch the lava in the right way, if it'll start giggling at you or not. I haven't tried, but there's 2 Alpha Metroids that are going to be here, plus a Super Missile Tank. The Super Missile Tank is really nice to pick up, so he's absolutely going to do that. And these Metroids, fortunately, are pretty easy to deal with. They both will attempt to dodge your attacks, but oh, okay. Okay, this is not what I was expecting, to be quite honest. But it looks... Okay, he's through it, no problem. Very good. And again, you can kind of see the Alpha Metroids being a little bit uncooperative there again, making use of the fact that lava deals... If I'm being honest, lava does not even come close to dealing enough damage in this game to make it proper threatening. But that's the way it is, and Tex is able to exploit that for some consistency and safety. So now we're done with the research team ship. Now he's heading down to a little mining area. And there's no new items here, just a pair of Metroids. It's a really, really cool area in the regular speedrun, because you pretty much just keep a speed boost through this whole section. It's very, very cool. But being that Tex can't actually see where he is, that's going to be significantly more challenging. So I imagine he's going to be sticking to much more predictable movement techniques. Like Speed Booster. Blindfolded Speedball? Speedball is just a little bit faster than running with Speed Booster, but you know, consistency again. All right. And you can see he's stretching a little bit. This is kind of the first real serious break in the run. I actually think this might be the only break he has. So this pretty subtle little cue here, that little hole in the background is the bomb block. Obviously, Tex can't use that exact cue. Yes, see, John. I'm not forgetting about the elevator. I'm certain, actually, that Tex will not be going down that elevator. Power bombs are not necessary to beat the game. And doing that whole section blindfolded for no benefit just seems, there's a whole lot of struggle for not much benefit. So there will be, you will see the elevator shaft because it's like in the background later on, but We won't be making use of it. Okay, Texas said, I wasn't sure if he was going to go left or right first, but he's setting up a speed boost, and that's going to make this room quite a bit easier. So this Gamma dodges, so I think Tex is going to be exploiting that right there. Oh no, he actually is exploiting the attack. Very nicely done. Yep, power bombs are not necessary. There are a couple of, I can't even call them hidden because you can't actually reveal them, but there are a couple of blocks that you can use to strategically bypass them. Again, making use of the lava here for consistency and safety. Kind of funny to say, making use of the lava for safety, but here we are. Ooh. I'm not certain that he meant to miss the slope there, but it doesn't seem to have affected him much, so... okay, good. Looks like he's gonna collect those drops. Nope, okay. I thought he would, but they're not necessary, I suppose. Okay, blindfolded bomb jumping. Bomb jumping in this game, fortunately, is fairly easy. It's very, very lenient. Yes, Varia halves all the damage you take. Environmental, enemies, everything. And even without the Varia suit, lava isn't all that threatening. So... let's see, I wonder... okay. I was wondering if he was going to be cheeky and store a spark there, but... no. That's okay, and that's fine. This is definitely the more consistent strategy. Oh, what is... okay, he's sparking up. Okay. I was wondering if he was going to store a spark here. I wonder if he knows where he is. Okay, no, he totally does. That looked very strange to me. It's hard for me to tell whether or not he knows where he is. I would assume that he does, but right now he obviously knows exactly where he is, but it's hard for me to tell when he doesn't know where he is, which is making this very interesting. Ooh, he definitely wanted that spark, so he'll try it again. Yeah, much better. Ooh, the speedball. Cheeky. I like it. And he's storing the spark here. Sensible. Ooh, okay, yeah, I think he meant to do that. Yeah, sure looks like it. Okay, he's taking the save here. That is something that makes an absolute ton of sense. He's coming up to the tower. That's the next area, area 4, as it is also known. So this area is where we see the shoutouts to Rostu123 again. The scrolling the screen to avoid damage Dan's game Metroid, otherwise known as the Zeta Metroid. Very good, very good. Oh, okay. I was hoping that we would see the cheeky speedball there, but that speedball would have been so difficult to set up properly and consistently. So I'm not surprised. But, this is another Gamma Metroid here. I'm interested to see how he handles this one. Very similarly as the rest. Okay, so this is the first Zeta Metroid. And something to be aware of here is that the Metroid can actually knock you out of the room here if you're not careful. So Tex, he's well aware of that. So you'll see him. Okay, good. Good attack patterns. Very well done. So Tex is out of there with absolutely no trouble. And the same thing can happen with the Metroid on the bottom left of the tower. So it's something to be aware of there. That Metroid is a little more friendly. Was that what he meant to do? Seems like it, yes. Wait, yes. There we are. Okay, he's gotten it. So normally, oh no. Okay, good recovery. So what we saw there was a weird little quirk where I'm actually not totally certain what happens there, but basically it's the combination, I think, of where exactly the transition is, where the wall ends, and the fact that in this game to wall jump, you need the top half of Samus's sprite on the wall. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's just restarting right away. So you have the top half of Samus above the end of the wall, but you haven't hit the transition yet, so you can't wall jump. That's much better. So it's a very silly combination of things, but Tex recovered it very nicely. So here's another Zeta Metroid. This is not actually how I would have set this up myself if I were doing Blindfolded. Oh no! Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, I was going to say it's not a big deal, but apparently to Tex it's a much bigger deal. And he is obviously the expert on this particular category. Uh-oh. That's not... I don't think that's quite what he meant to do. Did he get lost in the menu? Okay, yeah, there we go. Had me a little bit worried there. But... Alright, let's try this again. Third time's the charm, just like it was with the lava at the beginning of the game. The way I would have done this personally is if you run and speed boost and then shoot the super as your speed boost starts, you'll hit the Zeta. See, he didn't scroll the screen. That's why he took damage there. All right, he's gonna wait for another attack. Yep. There we go. It's just what he's looking for. So he, I think, is going to take another save here. I'm interested to see how he sets this up. Oh, nope. He's avoiding the save entirely. Okay, no, he's not. Yes, he is. Wait. What is he doing? Okay, he's avoiding the save. Final answer. That surprises me just a little bit, but... Ah, yes, this room without space jump. A lot more damage than you might ideally prefer, but... He's using missiles to clear this out. Okay, nicely done. I imagine he's gonna do some speed boost stuff. Okay, you can't actually do much. I forgot what the room geometry looked like. Okay, now I would imagine that he's going to... Yeah, now he's going down to the save. I got it. And he's... Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. No, he's wall jumping. I looked away for a second and saw sudden movement, and I got alarmed. I would imagine he's going to skip that E-Tank, yeah. That E-Tank you can't actually see the room whatsoever, so naturally that's something Tex wants to avoid in this circumstance. It's just going to be far more difficult if he can't see what he's doing. So he's using this. I think this is a very slightly modified version of what Tex normally does in his runs. Ordinarily, you'd try to space boost through here, but Tex, not having space jump, can't really do that. And there's one more Zeta Metroid down here, and this one is so friendly. This is one of the more awkward rooms to deal with. Does he know where he is? Yes. Okay. He's gonna have to do some bomb jumping here, I think. Oh, wow! I totally forgot about that tech. That's so awesome. Oh, man. I totally forgot about that. I don't even know how that works. But essentially, you can jump far higher than you would normally be able to. Ooh, that's an unfortunate attack to see there. But it's not the end of the world. Ah, see, he scrolled the screen, and so he did not get damaged. Way to go, Tex. I wonder if we're going to see it again on the way out. I hope we do. This is super new. And wait a beat, man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we got to see that. 3 in a row? No. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Damage. Iframes? Ooh, not quite it. There we go. Way to go. Okay. And that's where we would go to get power bombs, and Tex is saying, absolutely not, I don't need that. And he's saying that because he absolutely does not need that, rather. Now he's done with Area 4. And we'll be moving on to Area 5. Area 5 is super cool area. In the regular any percent run, this would be done totally without any suits at all. And you'd be seeing a lot of the zip tech. But for several reasons, pretty much all related to safety and consistency, Tex is going to be picking up Gravity Suit. So, okay, there we are. Nice speedball. Way to go, Tex. Area 5 is actually like one of my favorite parts of any percent nowadays because it's done totally suitless. Okay, no, he totally means to go down here. Underwater physics are really wonky. In a game full of wonky physics, these are arguably the wonkiest. Like, you have no horizontal speed if you're not in morph ball. Oh no! Okay, he recognized it and recovered. Good job. Oh no, Super Metroid's underwater physics are so much more pleasant to work around than the underwater physics in this game. Oop. Okay. Nope, he realized he got knocked out. Okay, good. Wasn't sure that he would. If you have Spring Ball and can see what you're doing so you can bomb jump, its underwater stuff is not too bad. But Tex doesn't have Spring Ball, and he can't see what he's doing. So... Ah, so close. Okay, he's gonna try again. You pretty much need that spark to get through this room with any amount of quickness. This room is so slow to go through. Otherwise, this is the affectionately named Super Meat Boy room, which those of us who played Meat Boy, well, I appreciate it, and I've played Meat Boy, so I'm assuming that everyone else who's played Meat Boy will appreciate it. Nice spark. What's he doing on the left side there? Okay. There we are. Good job. Oh, I didn't open the door. Wait, did he not realize that? Okay, no, there we go. That's the first EMP ball. They're used to kind of unlock certain doors, and they are incredibly irritating, but they can destroy enemies pretty nicely, as Tex so wonderfully demonstrates. Yep, that's a smart decision. Just get all those completely out of the way. Don't run the risk of them dealing a ton of damage. Because the main thing is when those enemies explode, the little orbs they shoot out, the orbs totally ignore iframes. So it's very, very easy to take way more damage than you want to take from those orbs. The Sata Fight's a little more difficult. It's complicated by the fact that if one of those EMP balls goes off, like this, Tex can't shoot right now. He has to wait for that field to disappear. So, just waiting for the jump. And there it goes. Way to go, Tex. Very well done. Okay, I think he got a little bit lost there, but he's through it. So, again, not even a problem. I'm interested to see how he handles this room. He doesn't. He says, nope. No, I don't care. He says, no, I don't want this. This isn't the room I want to be in. Okay. Okay. Slight adaptation to what he normally does in an any percent run, and leads those guys just all the way around the room so they get kind of stuck a bit further away from him. And he's gonna make you. Ooh, he missed one of them. Okay. Okay, there we go. Good job. Way to be, Tex. Oop. Okay. Man, I'm always wondering, like, are the slightest things gonna throw him off or not? And I have no way of knowing, honestly, because I believe it or not, I don't have a live feed directly into his thoughts to know exactly where he thinks he is at all times. Uh-oh. Yep, that one. Don't need that live thought feed for that one. That absolutely was not what he wanted. Same problem, unfortunately. All right, third time's the charm. Again, so far we're 2 for 2 on the third time being the charm. It's either first try or third try. So let's see. Hey, look at that! Third try. No, never mind. He was trying to use the EMP ball to blow all that up and get rid of it, but not quite. Uh-oh. Okay, see, I'm gonna say third time's the charm for this particular thing. First time he needed 3 tries to get across. Now he's going to need 3 tries to get the EMP ball where he needs to be. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, all right. We're good. See, look at that. 3rd try on the EMP ball. No problem. And he's getting another one here. That's the one he's going to use to activate this right here. First, he's going to get rid of the saws. Okay, he did use an additional... that's very clever, because he has absolutely no way of knowing where that winds up. Oh. Wait. No, he didn't hear it? Okay. Yep, so he doesn't... Again, he has no idea where this EMP ball is. There's no sound cue or anything. So he has no idea where it is. But there he goes. And he knows he's hit it. Way to go. And the reason he's using Spider Ball there is, it might be obvious, but just in case it's not, it's to slow himself down and reduce the risk that he places bombs right around the EMP ball without hitting it. Nice Shine Spark. And again, he's not using the wave beam here, so he doesn't trigger that. He's using the missiles. Very, very smart. And now we've got the Screw Attack. The Screw Attack is a really, really useful item. And so actually, while we're here, fun fact, I mentioned earlier you don't need power bombs to beat the game, and that's true, provided you get Screw Attack. You need one of either power bombs or Screw Attack to finish the game. What's he doing here, I wonder? I think he's just going to sit here until he's killed all of the saws. Yep. Okay, good job. Way to be, Tex. And I think he'll take this save again. Yeah, absolutely. I believe he's going to be going to pick up the gravity suit right now. No, he's not. Interesting. He's going to fight... No, actually, this does make sense. This set of enemies, pretty much your strategy is just sit here in the corner and shoot at them until they all die. And so far, so good. First try. Easy every single day of the week. Now he's going to be going to pick up the gravity suit, I believe. Screw Attack making this room quite a bit more trivial. Okay, there we go. He's at the top, and he's noticed it. Okay, good job, Tex. Gravity Suit's in its own little side area here, and I really like how Gravity Suit was done in this game. It's not quite as simple as just, show up, find a little item, and collect it. It's got its own little thing, and I really like it. It's a cool little touch. Making use of the intended ceiling shortcut here. You can just power bomb this if you have power bombs, but Tex obviously does not. Oh, here's our cool little gravity suit animation. So the important thing about one of several important things about Gravity Suit is that it allows him to continue to shoot through the EMP fields, which the only time that really is relevant is right here, where ordinarily without it he wouldn't be able to shoot or use bombs or anything right here. The other important things are obviously that it allows him to move freely underwater, and it ignores lava damage. So, gravity suit, overall, very, very useful item. Okay. I'm curious to see how he handles this one. Very well positioned bomb. I think that one should have, yeah. I actually don't have the sound on the restream on, so I'm not actually ever certain if these EMP balls hit their little receptacle off screen. Text showing off the neat little ledge climb, something that it's a fairly natural extension of the ledge grabbing. Okay, he realized. Good. That fusion and zero mission introduced, but you can't climb ledges quite like you can in this one. Okay. He doesn't know where he is. That's good. Yeah, he doesn't really have the supers. He really should take the save. Yep. So 2 Gamma Metroids here in this room. These ones have a little bit more health, so he'll need 3 supers each. Or to be very precise, it's 2 supers and 3 missiles. I think it might be 2, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But in exchange, they move a little bit slower, so Tex is able to manipulate them a fair bit more easily than the other Gammas. And he's collecting the drops. And now he's picking up his last upgrade, which is the Ice Beam. Ice Beam is actually a really good weapon in this game, because frozen enemies pretty much just die instantly. And obviously it's necessary to get through the genetics lab with the Larva Metroids. So here's an old friend from Fusion, Ceres. He's a little bit different in this particular incarnation. You have to freeze his segments and then shoot missiles at them to break them open. Then you can start actually damaging him. So he's fully frozen now, and I think Tex is going to switch over to the missiles, yes. But Ceres is somewhat random. Ooh, missed a super, that's unfortunate. So I think Tex is just going to be firing at him until he dies, pretty much. I think the way it works is like it's random. Like there's a certain amount of randomness to a point. After that point, it's not random. I forget exactly how it works, so, but it doesn't really matter at this point because Tex has gotten rid of him, and that's it. Okay. That's a good setup. I like that setup. And we're done with Area 5. So now we are heading into the depths of SR-388. where we'll encounter the Omega Metroids, which in a normal run, they are not threatening in the slightst. Blindfolded, they are also not threatening in the slightest. So, a little bit unfortunate, but they are rather fun to fight, though, in a speed run, despite the fact that they are awfully weak. I think he's not totally sure what's happened here. There we are. He's figured it out. I mentioned earlier that you need either screw attack or power bombs. This room is why. There's a power bomb shortcut on the right that you can take, or there's the screw attack blocks that Tex went through. And there's no other way through that room, so that's why you need one or the other. Screw attack, the far better choice. More utilitarian, much, much faster. And later on, screw attack will be hugely helpful in the queen fight. Or, well, it is hugely helpful in the queen fight, but I'm not sure how much Tex is going to be taking advantage of it. Is that? I don't know that was quite what he had in mind, but he still found his way out of the room, so good job. Okay, good. So actually, something that I should mention right now, I'd totally forgotten about it, is you actually, unlike the GBA Metroid games, you don't actually need to be holding a direction to continue running on a slope. It will, if you hit the slope, you'll keep running, and you can, if you just hold down, you'll buffer storing the spark. So it's significantly easier to do that sort of thing in this game than it would be in either Zero Mission or Fusion. Okay. Interesting but sensible setup. A slightly uncooperative Alpha Metroid there. Interesting. This is a room you never ever see in a speedrun. It is so much slower to go this way than it is to go just along the left side again. But so close. But in a blindfolded setting, I mean, all the regular rules are largely out the window. So this is, you might hear it faintly in the background. This is the first Omega Metroid. Actually, I guess right now it's technically a Zeta Metroid. I guess the secret to evolving a Zeta into an Omega is to just shoot it a bunch. So, Tex making use of the whoa. Okay, he's reloading the room. Did he intend to reload the room? That reaction kind of makes me think he didn't. Ooh, the flames. Flames, not ideal, but... Okay. Ooh. Hate to get trapped in the corner like that. The Omegas might not have a ton of health, but they do still deal a good amount of damage. Ooh, that's really unfortunate. Missing that super is really a shame. But he seems... Oh, he's trapped in the corner again. The health. Okay, nice. Got the back shot. The back shot deals triple damage. So getting a back shot with a super missile is really, really nice. He's out of super missiles, and I don't think he realized that. Don't go out of the room. Okay, good. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Nice. Whew. Way to go, Tex. I was a little bit nervous. I can't deny it. The unfortunate part is there's no save between that alpha and that omega, so had he died or needed to reset or run out of ammo or anything, he would have had to go do this whole section again. But he's through it, and that's what we want to see. Now we're making our way right to the Omega Nest, which is kind of our last set of Metroids before we hit the final area. Now that's interesting. I think he might have been hoping for some drops there and he didn't get any, but no big deal. He's just making use of Screw Attack to get through here without taking much damage. Okay. Yep. Good setup. This room is really awkward to navigate in the best of times, and Tex gets through it with absolutely no trouble, even though he can't see what he's doing. But for the moment... I don't think that was quite what he wanted. Yeah, he realized it. Okay, good. Any second now we're gonna be... That's interesting. Okay, good recovery. Having half of those blocks respawn on him, that's special. There's a nice Shine Spark shortcut here. Man. The absolute cleverness that has gone into these setups, it still gets me, man. It still gets me. Taking a very smart save here. I'm curious how he's gonna climb this room, actually, without space jump. And all the platforms in the middle are Screw Attack blocks, so he has to be extra careful. He can't reliably land on those. Ooh, does he know where he is? No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. No, it seems like he doesn't know where he is. I think we might be seeing a reload in the near future, but I don't know. We'll see. Nope, there he is. Man. There we go. There's the ledge climb he's looking for. There we go, man. I thought he would reset. I should know better by now. Okay, first Omega Metroid in the nest. Unlike the last one, you get a free opening shot that unfortunately Tex missed. But the flames, not the ideal attack. Okay. Nice, good back shot. Very well done. Nice. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. And he's full on health and missiles, so he's guaranteed to get super drops from the little enemies here in the main shaft, which he's going to be very happy about. Yep. There's the farming up to full super missiles. Oh, he doesn't know that, of course. But he will now that he doesn't hear the drops home in. Or... Okay, yeah, there we go. He's figured it out. All right. So another Omega Metroid in here. The nice thing about these ones is it's not really possible to get knocked out of the room. It's not something that you really have to worry about. Ooh, opening up with the fire. He's showing us some dance moves here. Okay, there we go. Backshot? Ah, way to go. More fire, more fire. And the backshot again. Way to go, Tex. And all missiles. I kind of figured he might have gotten some health there. Okay, so he's not guaranteed to get super drops at this point. So based on what he's done, I would think that he would be doing some farming strats here. Yeah. Yep. He might opt to farm a little bit here as well. Make sure he's going to full. There's a super. That's very good. He doesn't know what he's at, so he's only going to know that he's full on stuff. Oh, the super didn't home in. That's okay. Now he's full on ammo. He's not going to know that until he hears no drops collect. So he's gonna. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is the last Omega Metroid fight. And Tex is going to be handling it in pretty much the same way that he handled the other two. Ooh, stuck in the corner here. That's not quite what you'd be hoping for. Uh-oh, okay, missing a super. That's not a big deal. Yep, good back shot. Ooh, getting a little shafted on that hitbox. Jumped just a touch too high. Okay. He's still in a fine position. He's got plenty of ammo. Good. Ooh. Got knocked down. Not quite what he was after. Okay, up a bit. Okay, nope, we're not. I thought we might have been going into another one of those little loops. Backshot. Ooh, just too high again, just a little bit. Okay. Oh, stuck in the corner again. That's a little more damage. Now he's fine. Totally fine. Okay, so now we're done with all of the Metroid evolutions. All we have left are the 9, I think it's 9 Larva Metroids and the Queen. And a little bit of movement to get there. First, I'm going to drop a real quick volume warning, I suppose. When we get to the blue waterfall area, the waterfalls are going to be a little bit loud. So you may want to adjust. Yeah, right up in here, it's going to get a little bit loud. And that's good for Tex, because it allows for him to very clearly see hear where he is. But it's also going to drown out my commentary. Okay. That was definitely not as funny as I would have preferred, but... Alright. Ordinarily, what you'd be doing is you'd be trying to space boost through all of these, and it's really, really awesome, but even if Tex had space jump, that would be ridiculously difficult to do while blindfolded, so he's going to just do normalized movement the whole way through, and make sure there's actually holes hidden here in the floor. So, that was close. So he's going to definitely want to avoid those, because those will have him fall all the way down. And I think that's the last waterfall. So volume should be back to normal here. And Tex is almost, okay. I think something went not quite according to plan there, but he seems to have figured it all out. Yeah, there we go. Oh, nope. There we are. That's what he's looking for. So he's going to be using a neat little Shine Spark setup here to get him where he needs to be. All right, there we go. And he's done with almost everything. This is the last save station in the game. Did he have ice turned off earlier? I didn't even notice. That's funny. But he needs ice at this point, so he's got to have that equipped. So this is the genetics lab here, where we see we get our little baby Metroid egg cutscene. And this is the first Larva Metroid. Something to note is they actually, when you freeze these Metroids, they actually obey the law of gravity. So they don't just sit suspended in the air; they actually fall down. So that makes things a little bit less predictable in some ways. But it's known behavior, so Tex knows to expect it, and he can work around it. All right, good job. This room, I think he's just going to be rolling on through, and the important thing is that he does not miss any of the super missiles. Ooh, he's gotten grabbed. Oh no, nope. Okay, he's fine. Tex, shoot the Metroid. Even with gravity, he's still taking a ton of damage here. Come on, Tex. Yep, he's resetting. No? Okay, yeah, there we go. I think he got lost in the menu. Ah, that's a shame. But yeah, even if you can see what you're doing, it's somewhat annoying to get out of that situation. So trying to do it blindfolded when you really aren't certain where the Metroid is going after you bomb it, much more difficult. So let's see if the pattern holds. So far, Tex has either gotten everything first try or third try. I think he got lost a little bit there. So let's see here. Hopefully he gets through this time. But if the pattern holds, he's gonna have to reset again, and then he'll get through it. I'm curious to see what happens here. Okay, getting through this room, no problem, and that's fine. That's expected. He had no issues with this room last time either. Okay, so here we are again at this room. Let's see how it goes this time. Okay, good. That was clean. Oh no, not again! Wait, okay, nope. All right, yeah, there it is. Hey, there we are. He's broken the curse. Finally, right at the very end of the run, he gets something on his second try. Alright. Okay, he's through the genetics lab. That's all the Metroids except for the Queen. And I would imagine he's just gonna run through all these spikes. I can't imagine he's gonna try to bomb jump through them. Yeah. Bomb jumping through these is difficult at best. Okay, Queen fight. I imagine, oh, okay, no. Okay. Yeah, he's going to be doing the same thing that he would do in normal any percent, where he's going to not use missiles in an effort to get more super missile drops. Ooh, he only got 2 there. And he's making ample use of these bomb spread attacks. That's super good to see. So he should know that he should know his ammo count right here. Yeah. And I think he's going to have enough ammo to get through these 2 middle phases. And then I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of the bomb spreads for the 3rd phase. Oh, okay. I don't think that's what he was expecting, but he can plan around that to a degree. Okay, good. Charge? Thank you. Okay. I was worried he wasn't going to collect those. Alright. So I imagine he's going to unload with the ammo here. Oops. And then we're going to be seeing a lot more of these bombs. Which... the bombs deal a surprising amount of damage. And especially, remember, way at the start of the run, I mentioned that the Queen's health scales with the number of missile tanks you've collected. So if you saw either of Druid's runs earlier, where he collected 100% of the items, once in a randomizer and once vanilla, the Queen had significantly more health than this has here. Than the Queen has here, rather. And sadly, he doesn't have power bombs, so we can't see the super cool death animation. We just see her kind of die and collapse like that. So that's the Queen. Tex is done with everything except he just has to He just has to get out of the planet, and it's not a timed escape or anything. It's very chill and laid back. You get this very pleasant music. It's a nice way to end, and it's totally different from all the other Metroid games. So, in a normal run, you'd be waiting for the baby to eat all of this, but without space jump, you've got no choice to other than to just spider ball your whole way up. You could try bomb jumping, but without being able to see, I certainly wouldn't try that one. I actually don't know off the top of my head what Tex's Blindfolded PB is, so I'm actually very curious to see how close this is to his PB, because this seemed like an incredibly clean run. There were a few spots where he had to reset, but I don't think any of the resets were particularly bad. Maybe there were a couple of spots where he got a little bit lost, but this to me, I would class this as an extraordinary blindfolded run. I don't know that he's where he thinks he is. Ah, there he goes. Okay. So now we're back at the surface of the planet. Ooh, he didn't get the spark. That's a bit of a shame. Okay. He got the backup. Right, I totally forgot about that slope there. Ah, man. What a setup, man. So now all he has to do is get on the ship. If he's lined that up correctly, he's there, he's done. 151.04, I think? He's happy with it. I don't know if it's a PB or not, but he certainly seems very happy with it. I would be too. That was exceptionally well done. Very, very good. And absolutely fantastic run, Tex. Way to be. I don't even know what else to say. That was just incredibly well done. I don't know that anything I could say would add on to this. So let's see here. I think we might maybe grab Tex in here to talk about that. I hope we can do that. I think if I'm understanding this correctly, I think that may actually have been a personal best here. But I think we're going to get Tex in here to talk about this a bit more. So give us just like a minute here real quick. Okay, we've got Tex here momentarily. I think he's here. He's not in the voice call yet, but he's here.
Oh.
Tex! Welcome.
Hey, I'm finally in.
So, first off, that was absolutely incredible. Very, very well done.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts on the run? Hit me with all the thoughts you have.
Aside from screwing up early on, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I absolutely 100% agree. There were a couple of spots outside of the few places where you reloaded. There were a few spots where I thought you might have gotten lost, but you did a fantastic job of recovering it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I have I'd say a very image-based memory, so I'm pretty good at remembering the basic layout of rooms, but I can still get lost pretty easily.
Yeah, that's from my viewing perspective. That seems to me like the biggest issue with Blindfolded is just how easy it would be to get lost, especially with a game like this one where the basic movement isn't 100% consistent even with the normalized setups.
For sure. So, if anyone didn't know, if you didn't cover it, the jump height is random, so I can do a max jump.
There are a couple of
and
spots,
so I'll land one place one time. I'm like right there. This is not the best place to.
Gotten lost, but you did a fantastic
and here I'm
job
like a few
covering it.
pixels further than I was the previous time, so I had to work around that. Probably the only actually normalized movement is like ledge grabs and climbs and that, like here.
That seems to me like the biggest. Yeah, I saw you doing a lot of that. To get lost, especially with a game like this one where the basic movement.
And then for the short
100% consistent even
adjustments, a bomb jump to one side is good. It took me a lot of work to figure out setups for a lot of things.
Yeah, there were a lot of really incredibly clever setups going on in here.
Oh, another
very, very impressed for most of it.
Another thing is with the ledge grab, if you hold up, there's a little pause and then you climb.
Yeah,
that was a neat little trick I found. The one room that
I saw you doing a lot of that. Yeah, there were a lot of really incredibly clever setups going on in here. I was very, very impressed for most of it. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're off. I think we got pulled. Hold on here. Oh.
Hi. I'm back on. Okay, John.
Okay. Hello, yes.
No, I do not have you on yet. Wait, yes I do, never mind. I forgot I changed my speaker setup. Okay, we're fine. Hi again. Alright, so like I was saying, this high jump room right here, this took probably multiple days to figure out, and what I figured out was to use the sound cues of them shooting.
Yeah, this climbing up out of this room was very, very smooth. I was really impressed with that.
So I can do it with... I do the same strat with sight and it doesn't work. Whatever.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the more annoying things about running this game, whether or not you can see what you're doing, is how weirdly inconsistent the movement is sometimes.
Because if I can see, I can just do that. There's no way I could do that blindfolded.
Yeah, the good old left side climb.
And another thing with bomb jumping, I was always in spider ball doing that, because as soon as the bomb propels me, I can hear the spider ball go off, so if I drop it, I can hear that.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
I actually did not know that. So many tiny little things that go into making this happen.
So you got any questions?
Yeah, let's see, which one to ask first. So when you're going through this run, right, and you can't see, you don't necessarily always know what your health and ammo is at, right?
Absolutely not.
So how do you work around that?
So one of the things for ammo is I can, since I'm using ammo, weapon select and cancel, I can press twice and then cancel, and then I'll know if I have supers if it makes a sound when I press cancel. For health, I just hope, basically. It's more, I have so much ammo, so much energy from the 60 tanks that I'm generally not worried about it. I have died in Omega Nest before, though.
Yeah, that Omega Nest, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit on the edge of my seat for a couple of those.
Yeah.
Where you got kind of trapped in the corner.
Yeah, it's definitely a far cry from other categories where, like you say, they're the easiest ones. They're definitely the hardest in this one.
Yeah, that first one too. I was real nervous during that first one.
Oh, that first one should be easy because I have a ledge I can hang on to and just shoot off of to hit the back, but it just was not working out for me.
Yeah. It was kind of cool how we got to see coming away from that first Omega. Well, I guess the Alpha leading up to that Omega, we got to see the right side of that room.
Yeah. It's if I had that stored shine spark all the way through, it would have been faster. I think it's just as fast if I miss it though. So
yeah, I remember that when in the lead up to this you had mentioned wondering whether or not you should try the super jump glitch.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yeah, totally, absolutely, go for it. And I was still completely caught off guard.
Usually it takes me a couple tries after hearing the jump, but I came up with a setup where either I don't get a jump sound at all, or it is a good one, because I'm pretty sure that's a frame perfect trick.
Yeah, I think I saw a Druid mention in the chat that it's frame perfect. Considering that you got those really quickly.
Yeah. And another thing I forgot to mention was when I was doing those really short speed boost charges, if I start from a crouch, if I hear 10 footsteps, that's enough for me to build up a shine spark.
No kidding.
And if I start from a stand, it usually goes to 11, but I can go a little before that 11th one.
Yeah. So what were you thinking like throughout the run? I mean, were you nervous at some parts? Were you like excited, feeling good? You know, what were your thoughts and feelings throughout the run? Or were you just like total focus, zoned in the whole way through?
I was definitely nervous at the start, and that probably showed in me messing up the lava lake room.
Yeah. But you seem to settle in a pretty good rhythm. You know, actually, something that I thought was really funny about this run, until the very, very end, you were getting everything either first try or third try.
I didn't notice that. It's very funny.
I noticed it, except the only exception was the Larva Metroids at the end. Got those second try, and I was a little bit sad.
Yeah.
Only a little bit, but
I practiced that a lot, and I think it was either my last segment run or the one before that where I died in that spike room. Or I didn't die in the spike room, I got caught a lot in the spike room, and I ended up dying to the queen because of it, so...
yeah.
Before that, I had no problem.
Yeah, it looked like there were a couple spots. Actually, I think it was mostly just the third phase. I can't remember if it was the second or the third. One of the middle phases, it looked like he kind of got a little disoriented. I was a little worried, but
of which part? Sorry.
The queen.
Oh yeah. It's because I tried to select supers again, or I didn't know I only had one super, so I tried to shoot two, and when I heard that missile go off when the second super should have, I was like, oh, crap. And I couldn't get the rhythm back in time to kill her in one round.
Yep. So, question from Rosu123. What made you want to do Blindfolded?
Mostly the challenge of it, really. I just wanted to prove it could be done. And I started routing it 2 years ago, maybe, and then I saw, I think it's Bubsya's Zero Mission Blindfolded in one of the Metroid Marathons, and that gave me more ideas where I was initially stuck.
Oh yeah, Bubsya's Blindfolded Zero Mission runs are absolutely ridiculous. He's also done, I don't know if you knew this, but he's done both Zero Mission and Fusion, 100% totally blindfolded, which is absolutely ridiculous to me.
It is pretty crazy, yeah. I was initially thinking of doing Chorizo because Space Jump is such a good item, but I just could not find any way to get him done blindfolded.
Yeah, Chorizo, just movement with no good cues for where he is. I can totally understand why you wouldn't want to do blindfolded Chorizo.
Another one is Arachnus, where I'm at right now. I used to do him when I first started doing blindfolded runs, but his last phase, he can get out pretty easily. Yeah. So I'd just bomb spam like this and hope. And it works pretty well for the first two phases.
Yeah, speaking of bomb spam, actually, the EMP ball right before screw attack.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, there is no audio feedback on those, so
yeah, that was clever using the spider ball there.
That was my see, here I can see, so I can get into the middle of the room. Whereas, so that's easy.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I think I've seen that EMP ball just not even reach the bottom of that room.
Yeah, I've had that happen like once doing that method, and my fix for that is just to do that whole thing all over again. So
just if you can't get the EMP ball to down to the thing in a certain amount of time, you just kind of say screw it and reset the whole thing.
And basically, if I get to the end with that bomb spam, I'll bounce out because the corner, the bombs will make me jump. And so then I'll know I got to the end. I'm like, okay, time to go back to it all again. And it took me a while to find a good entrance into that room to get them all with a single EMP ball.
Yeah.
I used to do it with two, and it was working, but I wanted to do better, so that strat I did is very tight.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool looking strat, not gonna lie.
Which is probably why I had to restart a couple times. I was probably a little nervous and missed it.
Understandable. Let's see here. What else? What else did I want to ask? Oh, like some of the Metroids, the earlier ones that don't dodge your attacks, so they can kind of bounce out in all sorts of really strange directions. How do you just kind of get in the corner and hope, or is there a little more nuance to it than that?
Yeah, it's basically get in the corner and hope. Pretty much the same exact strat I had when I first started speedrunning.
Yep.
The first alpha in the first breeding rounds gave me a little bit of extra trouble this time. I don't know how, but I got knocked off from where I should have been, and so that kind of went into it. It wasn't just the Metroid's movement, it was my own somehow.
Yeah, the whole run it was kind of hard for me to tell what movement was intentional and what movement was like slightly incorrect. Obviously, the really egregious circumstances, it was obvious, but there were a few times where I was not certain. I was not certain how screwed up you had gotten.
Yeah, I can see that.
I imagine that you have backups for most things, right?
Yeah, I have a few backups, but a lot of it is actually just, okay, where am I in the room and how do I fix myself?
Yeah, there's only so much you can back up when you aren't totally certain where you are. You get that?
So, my first blindfolded run, on the way to high jump, that room with all the shot blocks, I fell down and I got completely lost because I thought that the ground all had 2 gap spaces, but there's one with the 1 gap space, and so I kept getting caught on that one.
Yeah, there were like 2 rooms where I was confident that a reset was imminent, but you managed to recover it. I think the room outside of high jump was one of them, and climbing up the Omega Nest was another one.
Oh, my strategy for the Omega Nest is there's 3 places on the right that I stop, and they all have different jump heights when I'm just jumping to the right, just stationary pretty much. The first one is the highest, the second one is middle, and so I fell down back to the first one, and I thought I did by listening to the jump height, but I wasn't convinced, so I kept going for the second set of jumps.
Gotcha. Yeah. Let's see here. What else? Is there anything like specific that you thought went really, really well in the run? I mean, I definitely had stuff that I thought went very well.
The first Omega and Omega Nest went really well.
Yeah, I would agree. In general, I think the Omega Nest went very well. And this might have been like the very first thing I asked. Was that a PB for you?
Yes. My segmented run that I did before this was... I'd stop the time 3 seconds faster, but that was segmented, so it doesn't count.
Right. But for just a single segment run, this is your PB.
Absolutely. My previous one was 2 hours 11 minutes something.
Oh wow! So yeah. The strong 20-minute PB. Way to go!
This is my first one after cutting out Arachnus.
Yeah, it seems like that's a pretty big time save. I mean, Spring Ball would be helpful, I would think, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. But... like that big room before the genetics lab, I fell down that once. That was not fun. No. With the Spring Ball, I can just do a ball spark and spider ball.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't even think about I didn't even think about all the utility ball sparking into Spider Ball would have.
Yeah.
I think we may be getting ready to hand this off. Let me confirm that.
That's good. And I want to apologize to everyone about the echo earlier. I thought I had my speakers set up so that Discord and my games weren't going to the same source, but I changed that.
Yeah, I thought you were going to apologize for how loud the waterfalls were.
That makes those rooms so difficult.
Does it really? I'm actually surprised.
I cannot hear my own footsteps. So that first spark in the first room, that is extremely hard to get.
I figured it would have actually helped because of how the volume gets louder as you get closer.
To an extent, yeah, but you can't hear where the audio feedback for Sam is at the same time. So
interesting. But it also gave me the opportunity to make an incredibly awful joke.
Oh yeah.
So, oh yeah. I'm not even gonna repeat it.
I'm not gonna repeat it. I have to go back and watch, huh?
I think I'd get just permanently barred from doing commentary if I made it a second time. All right, and yep, I think we're done here. I think we're handing this off. Any parting comments, Tex?
Yeah, thanks, Rasu, for setting up this Metroidvania Marathon, and thank you for having me. I'm very excited to have shown this off.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, Ron. This was excellent. This was certainly a crowd pleaser.
You're welcome.
That's it for us. I hope you guys enjoyed the run and keep enjoying the rest of the marathon. We're handing it off to we're going after this. Slaughter's doing Super Metroid any percent. That should be a good one. But that's all we've got. Enjoy the rest of the marathon, everyone.